Hi there, my name's Robert McKinnon. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and mind factor coach based in Nottingham. I've been a hypnotherapist now for over 18 years. I've also been teaching other people to be hypnotherapists for more than 12 years as principal tutor at the Transformation School of Clinical Hypnosis, also based in Nottingham. Now, I'm going to be open and honest. Okay, the purpose of this short video is to attempt to sell you my online stress management course. Okay, I think it's only fair to be not beat about the bush and just be open and honest. That's the purpose of this. However, I am going to give you a little bit later on a couple of tips, a couple of things you can implement into your day-to-day life, into your mindset, to help you manage stress. Now, first of all, what is stress? Think back thousands of years. Our ancestors lived in forests. There were wild animals, predatory animals. The world was an incredibly dangerous place. And back then, stress was essential. It kept our ancestors alive. And in fact, if it hadn't kept our ancestors alive, we simply wouldn't be here today. The thing is this, we live in a far safer world now compared to how it was way back then. The problem is our brain hasn't really caught up. So we still have this part within our brain that's constantly on the lookout for danger. And the other problem is that part of the brain doesn't actually know the difference between a real threat, so a real threat to our lives, to our very existence, and things that aren't really a threat at all. So it doesn't know the difference between, for example, a tiger or a lion or a venomous snake or someone attacking you with a knife or gun or something like that on the one hand, while on the other hand getting stuck in a traffic jam, pressures at work, busy lifestyles, lots and lots of things on the go. And these are the kind of things that cause a lot of people a lot of stress. But it's unnecessary most of the time. So the audio program that I've put together is really in two parts. And the first part, the main part, if you will, is essentially 23 strategies that you can implement or think about to not only manage your stress, but maybe even stop it arising in the first place. So I also explain about what stress is, how the stress response works, albeit very briefly, because the main thing that people want to know is, how do I manage stress? How can I prevent stress? So I'll teach you 23 things you can do to manage your stress. And then I'm going to talk about 3 further things based on the latest scientific research into how the brain works and the so-called mind and body connection. Now, the main part of the audio, in actual fact, is only about 45 minutes or so in length. I could very easily have made it last for 3, 4, 5 hours, maybe even longer than that, but it would have been filled with waffle and unnecessary information. I like to keep things straightforward and to the point. So it's very concise, it's very compact. 23 things plus 3 extra ones that you can do to manage your stress, be more resilient, and maybe even stop stress arising in the first place. But I'm going to give you a couple of these examples right now. And the first one I want to mention is this. If you're a perfectionist, stop doing it. Perfectionism is a major cause of stress for a lot of people. The fact of the matter is, we're not perfect as much as we'd like to be. And we certainly aren't perfect in terms of the results that we get. We all have good intentions and we may know what we want to do and achieve, but if you expect to achieve those things every time and to do it perfectly, then basically you're setting yourself up for a fall, and that can create undue stress, undue pressure. Now, you may not agree with this, feel free to disagree with this, but I personally believe that perfectionism is a choice. It's not a choice that we've necessarily made consciously. It's partly due to our, in fact it's due mostly to our upbringing and experiences that we had in childhood that forces us to become a perfectionist, to want everything to be perfect. But it is really a choice. And a far better choice to make is to choose to be the best that you can be. So if you are a perfectionist, stop doing it and think more about being the best that you can be. The second tip is, if you have a particularly busy lifestyle with lots and lots of things on the go, or maybe you've got lots and lots of things to do at work and it's like juggling with a dozen or more balls in the air, and I know what that feels like because I worked for a large company. I won't reveal who it was, but a large company for 24 years, and the work pressure was enormous, mostly because of so many things to do, and they all had to be done now, basically. If you're in that situation where you've got lots and lots of things that you need to do by a certain deadline, perhaps, then this is where a to-do list can be really, really useful. And a to-do list really is nothing more than a list of all the things that you need to do, and you may find it useful to put things into some sort of priority order. So things that are more important or things that are more urgent go at the top of the list, etc. But the most important thing is just to have a list in the first place. Because you see, the thing is this: the reason people get so stressed when they've got lots and lots of things to do is because, part of the reason is they have a fear that they might forget to do something that's really important. So they stress about it. If you've got a to-do list, you only need to remember one thing, and that's to look at your list. So, what does the program, the stress management course, consist of? So, as I said earlier, the main part is about 45 minutes or so audio. So it's not video, it's audio, and it explains what stress is. It talks about the stress response and teaches you the 23 things you can do to manage your stress, plus the 3 further things based on the latest research. The second part of the course is a series of self-hypnosis downloads to help you to reprogram your mind to be more calm, to be more relaxed, to be more measured in those situations where you used to get stressed, so that you can deal with those situations in a calmer, more relaxed, more confident sort of way. One of the audios also teaches you to develop what's known as an anchor, which is basically the idea of squeezing together a thumb and finger to help you to feel more calm and more relaxed, and again maybe more confident in certain situations, so that when you're in a situation where you maybe need to speak up and you don't really have the confidence to do that, then just squeezing your thumb and finger together, you can access a calm, relaxed, confident sort of feeling, so you can perform better. Anyway, that's enough for now. If you're interested in purchasing the course, then just simply follow the link that's below this the video screen. So that will take you to the relevant page on my website, and it will give you instructions as to how you can purchase the course. If, however, you've got some questions you want to put to me, then feel free to do so. My email address is simply robert@nottinghamcoaching.co.uk. So if you want to send me an email, ask any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Anyway, that's enough for now. So I'll leave you to have a look at my website, have a look at the relevant page, There's a little bit more information there, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Thanks very much. Bye.